Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Cannon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
This defense for the Packers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Looking to throw on second. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on a sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides. It's to a hole. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start the drive with a give to Allen. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there on the catch and run. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pick up there. It gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, Gunter. Touchdown, Packers! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Point after here coming up. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time, and the result, a Green Bay score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their 2nd drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They juked him, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
Defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Allen, nifty footwork. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting.
Now, a loose football. The ball comes out, and now it's scooped up by the 49ers. That was all great until the final act, able to scramble, get the first, but he couldn't hang on to the football.
And as a former defender, I can tell you that when a quarterback scrambles and picks up a first down on 3rd down, that's usually demoralizing for a defense. But when he coughs it up in doing so, elation results after that.
A new lease on life, so to speak.
No doubt about it.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll buy some time right, and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Finney. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now after the we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Finney. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so. And Ends up picking up a first down as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Finney. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Finney. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over...
And it's a Packers touchdown! A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
This old adage, partner, don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
They go play action here on first down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back. That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Down to the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd down, Finney. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
He's got his man on the out route. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Finney. Forced out to his left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their mobile, agile quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On second down, it's Allen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Right back to him on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as
under pressure, and down he goes. The second back at the 36. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take a 17-14 lead. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of.
At the 24. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one... Calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd and 2, Finney. This pass complete to Reynolds. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So we've come to halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter from the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st and 10, Gunter. He finds his man complete. That's Flynn. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers. Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
He finds his man complete. It's Flynn. And quickly they get to the line. On 1st down, Allen. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They'll run on first down with Cannon, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up.
Under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Packers now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll run on first down. Allen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gunter. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
To throw on 2nd down, Finney. Flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case,
under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. On 2nd down now, it's Allen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
90 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Off the bootleg. Gunter. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
On 4th down, Gunter. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Finney. He's got room to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw. Gunter.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Able to get there and pick it. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. 114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Here's 2nd and a yard.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 41.
And the Niners are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing on 1st down. Finney. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Finney. Man over the middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. Cannon going to try the left side, and he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Gunter. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 130 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Second and 11. They stay on the ground with Allen. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Back to throw. Gunter. He finds his man. Complete. That's Flynn. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. Looking to throw. Gunter. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
He's back to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to throw. Gunter. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Off the play fake. Gunter. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a Possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Allen. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
First down, Allen, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down. It's Allen, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part one is done, now part two. On first down, Finney. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. From the gun, Finney. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On first and 10, Finney. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Looking to throw. Finney. And this will be caught. Touchdown.